Harley just made the most radical, high-stakes move in its entire history. No one saw it coming. This isn't a tweak. We're talking a full-blown identity shift so drastic you seriously won't believe what they've done. Harley-Davidson isn't just struggling, it's on life support. Behind the leather jackets and roaring engines is a brand that's been quietly bleeding out. We all saw the sales plummet. The average Harley buyer is now older than the company's rebellious image ever intended. Gen Z? They're not even looking Harley's way. The thunderous growl that once shook highways now sounds like a distant echo in a world obsessed with sleek EVs and silent rides. But here's the twist. While most people are focused on Tesla and e-bikes, Harley has just pulled the pin on something massive. A move so bold, so radically un-Harley, it's going to either save their legacy or bury it 6 feet deep. And it's not just another product launch either. It's an all-or-nothing gamble. The question is, why isn't anyone talking about it? After all, when a legend makes a desperate play, it either becomes history or gets erased from it. But how did this happen? Let's face it, 80% of the world knows that Harley-Davidson was a symbol of American rebellion, freedom, and grit. But over the past 2 decades, that symbol began to rust. In 2006, Harley sold over 260,000 bikes in the US alone. By 2023, that number had dropped to nearly half. The core customer base is aged, with the average rider now in their 50s, while younger generations looked elsewhere. They're more drawn to nimble, affordable, and tech-savvy bikes from brands like Yamaha, KTM, and Royal Enfield. But what did Harley do? Well, they clung to tradition like it was a lifeline, refusing to modernize fast enough. Electric efforts like Livewire came too little, too awkward, and far too expensive. The once mighty roar of the V-twin was drowned out by silence, both literal and metaphorical. Dealers closed, markets shrank, a legendary brand faded from relevance. And now, with time running out, Harley has finally made a move. But is it too late? And just like that, Harley did the unthinkable. In a move that stunned even longtime Harley loyalists, the company just unveiled a plan that tears its legacy wide open. Harley is officially shifting production of its new electric platform to Asia. And that's not all. They're partnering with a foreign manufacturer to build a lightweight, fully electric street bike targeted not at grizzled road warriors, oh no, it's the young, urban, first-time riders. You know what that means. Gone is the thunder of the V-twin. In its place, whispers of a near-silent motor and smartphone connectivity. It's not just about tech. It's about tearing down and rebuilding what it means to ride a Harley. Loyalists are outraged. Investors are cautious. But what's intriguing is that Harley's leadership calls it a rebirth. One thing is clear, this isn't about a product. By what we've been seeing lately, it's a bet on survival. One that breaks sacred rules, challenges core fans, and stakes everything on a radical new identity. Why, you ask? Well, get this. Because if the next generation doesn't ride Harleys, the brand simply won't exist to be remembered. But what's inside will shock you. This isn't just a Harley in name, it's a machine that rewrites the company's DNA. Under the sleek, stripped-down frame lies a next-gen electric powertrain co-developed with an overseas tech partner known for cutting-edge battery innovation. It delivers instant torque, whisper-quiet acceleration, and a range designed to rival the best EV bikes on the market. The best part? All that without the monstrous price tag of the original Livewire. There's no chrome, no engine vibration, no oil-stained garage mystique. Instead, it's a minimalist frame, lightweight alloys, regenerative braking, and full smartphone integration that turns your phone into the bike's primary interface. Over-the-air updates, customizable ride modes, and modular design make it feel more like a Tesla on 2 wheels than anything ever stamped with the bar and shield. For diehards, it's heresy. For the up-and-coming next generation, it might be beyond perfection. What's certain, though? It's something entirely different now. This isn't your granddad's Harley anymore. And this is where the war begins. It is already May, and so far it's been rough sailing for Harley. That's because the American icon is not just fighting for relevance, it's fighting with itself. On one side, the purists rage for the love of V-twin, the chrome, the leather, the freedom. To them, this new electric Harley is a deal breaker. No rumble, no wrenching, no soul. And then on the other side, a younger tech-forward generation sees it differently. I mean, this is a Harley they can finally afford, ride, and connect with. It's lightweight, smart, and city-ready. But in trying to bridge both worlds, Harley may be ripping its identity in half. After all, they are a brand built on rebellion. Keeping that in mind, could Harley reinvent itself without losing everything it stood for? What if it is forced to choose? Honor the past or survive the future? This tension is very real, and the division runs deep. Because in the eyes of many old-school riders, if it doesn't rumble, it doesn't ride. And Harley just crossed that line. But here's the brutal truth behind everything. Harley didn't flip the script because it wanted to. It did it because the numbers left no choice. In the US, their grip is slipping. Baby boomers, once their backbone, are aging out of the saddle. Gen Z and millennials, they're not buying cruisers, they're buying experience, tech, and mobility. Meanwhile, in Asia, electric two-wheelers are exploding, with millions of new riders entering the market every year. Harley's decision to shift production overseas and develop lightweight electrics isn't selling out. Think of it this way. Competing with Royal Enfield, Honda, and KTM in emerging markets means creating bikes that are efficient, affordable, and future-focused. And let's be real, EVs aren't the future anymore, they're the present. Harley knows that if it waits for its core fans to catch up, it'll already be dead. So they're making a hard pivot not for applause, but for oxygen. Because on the scale that Harley runs, evolution isn't a choice, it's a deadline. Now the question everyone's afraid to ask. Can this actually save Harley? This gamble could either crown Harley as the king of modern motorcycling. That or they go into a tailspin it won't recover from. On paper, the pivot checks every box: global growth strategy, Gen Z appeal, clean energy alignment, and lower production costs. But emotionally, Harley's taking a substantial hit. It was always about the feeling, brotherhood, rebellion, the raw thrill of a growling engine under you. Can an app-controlled, whisper-quiet electric ride ever replace that? And will new riders even care about the Harley name if it doesn't come with its legendary roar? History shows that reinvention works, if it's bold enough and real enough, that is. Look at Porsche with the Taycan. But keep in mind, this isn't luxury alone. There is identity at play here, meaning Harley's walking a knife's edge between reinvention and alienation. If they stick the landing, they'll own the future. If they slip, the bar and shield might fade into museum piece nostalgia, for good this time. It's a reinvention battleground out there. Harley isn't asking for approval, it's daring you to choose sides. Pre-orders in Asia are already breaking internal records. EV investors, once uninterested, are now circling like sharks. Online traffic? Up. Global engagement? Exploding. Harley's not waiting anymore. It's bulldozing into a market that never cared about V-twins or tradition. I mean, that's what you call a power move, not a cry for help. Critics screaming sellout are already behind. For now, it may seem like the company isn't clinging to chrome, it's chasing control of the next generation of riders. This is no soft reboot, it's a full-blown takeover strategy that tells us one thing: Harley's made its choice. The question is, who's catching up now? Let us know which side you stand on.